Hi, my name is Yvonne, and I have been a Roots of Empathy instructor for 3 years. This year, unlike any other year, I have been delivering the Roots of Empathy program virtually in a school in one of the oldest African American communities in Washington, D.C. I'd like to share with you a moment when we were discussing with the children things we have lost and things we have found during this pandemic year. One student raised their hand and shared how they had lost a family member due to COVID. And one by one, the number of hands going up to share losing someone they cared about this year started increasing. And not just that, but the number of students turning on their camera while sharing was increasing as well. And this tells me that the children, they don't only want to just be heard, but they want to be seen. And the look on the students' faces, the tone in the students' voices, we're all very serious, and they all respected each other's time while speaking. Nobody spoke over one another. Everybody was quiet and listened when their peers were sharing. So not only was this an impactful moment for the students, but it had a very powerful impact on the teacher as well. Because after listening to their students share, the teacher raised their hand and started speaking about a childhood friend that they lost due to COVID, and how the children's courage in sharing their pain and their loss had inspired them to share, as it was a hard subject for them to talk about. And as an instructor, I was left speechless in some moments, hearing the children express their loss and the amount of loss in just one class. But while I was left speechless, the students spoke up. And I found myself just listening to the children offering their condolences to each other and their teacher, and being a part of the work Roots of Empathy does. It's definitely changed how I approach all of my personal relationships, whether that's with family, with friends, whoever. Before being an instructor, my way of thinking was that an individual is either empathic or is just not. And it's made me understand that not all of us have the same model of a loving relationship in the first few years of life, and that birth is not destiny, as the founder of Roots of Empathy says. And Roots of Empathy has shown me that empathy can be developed, not just by witnessing those changes in the students, but by the research that the program has. And this gives me hope that our future can be one of inclusion for everyone.